a social media manager has no holiday. Okay, it is Eid. You have a family. You want to go to the Eid grounds to pray, come back, enjoy samosas and everything. But you are a social media manager, for example, of CJ's or House of Monday. Lazima wewe ndio utangulie utupostie, because when you see that post your House of Monday in the morning telling you to come enjoy breakfast, kuna mtu ako job.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you for choosing Horizon TV. My name is Abdurrahman Gaddafi Yassin and this is Show Me the Market. Today, I have a very special episode for you. Today, I'm meeting with Muhammad Onyango. Most of you have seen this guy very active on social platform. But the question is, what is he doing there? He's going to give us and answer these questions as we move forward on our topic today, digital marketing. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
How are you, Muhammad?
Alhamdulillah.
Everything's great?
Alhamdulillah.
Who is Muhammad Onyango?
Alhamdulillah. My name is Muhammad Onyango. I'm the CEO of Next Level Marketing Agency. Next Level Agency is in the digital realm, and for us, alhamdulillah, we've cut a niche for ourselves in the hospitality sector. So we do digital marketing, correct, but what have we specialized in? We are talking about restaurants, halal restaurants, we're talking about resorts, we're talking about hotels, we're talking about Airbnbs, we're talking about destinations and airlines, and sometimes long distance buses. Yeah. So Muhammad Onyango is the CEO of Next Level Marketing, and Next Level Marketing is your go-to agency when it comes to everything digital marketing, especially crafted around the hospitality sector.
Wow,
Yes.
that's nice. So far, you being into this industry, there is a journey behind it.
Yes.
Kindly explain for us, how was it?
I used to work in Kigali, Rwanda as a salesman and as a sales and marketing guy, doing a lot of sales in the expos. That was back in 2017, 2018, 2019. Actually, the last expo that I did was in December 2019. And then January, February, March is always the long leave. So in 2020, March, just like any other person knows what happened, we had the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic. So with the COVID-19 pandemic, it meant that my job in Rwanda was over. I know I was jobless. I was again back to square zero, because this is somebody who was used to schedules coming in from April all the way to December, moving around Dar es Salaam, moving around the streets of Nairobi, moving around the streets of Kampala, Kigali, Goma. And now with COVID-19, there is social distancing, there is no movement restrictions here and there. It was a very hard time, and it called for me it was a time for soul searching and asking myself, now what should I do next? By that time, I was an active Twitter user. Right now, the platform is called X. I was a very active Twitter user. By that time, I think 2020, I had around 25,000 followers. Back then. Right now, it's 105. So I was very active. I used to talk a lot of stuff, tweet this, tweeting that. And I realized there was a way I could make money out of my own post, because I just used to, I read the newspapers in the morning, say this is happening with Gulf African Bank, this is happening, this is new hotel being opened, this is a new restaurant being opened, and people used to love my content. And I realized I could make money. So one of the days when I was just checking social media, I realized Al Yusra restaurant in the CBD had not been active on social media. All the social media pages have been dormant for 5 months. And I said, hapa kuna kazi. So I approached Al Yusra and I told them, listen, I don't have much experience on social media, but I know I've been on Twitter for years. I know how these things work and everything. And I'm asking for an opportunity, entry level. And they were like, we know you, we follow you, what you tweet, and it won't cost us any harm to give you the opportunity. So alhamdulillah, I got the opportunity, and I started off as a social media manager. So social media manager, Twitter najua venye inaenda. I know how the algorithm works, how to post and everything. Facebook is also not really bad. Instagram, I had a bit of issues here because, Instagram really works well with the reels and the short videos and very good photos. Yeah. So I navigated my way around that. Now became a solid social media manager, rose to become the digital marketing strategist for Al Yusra, and was the head of marketing for Al Yusra restaurant
Wow.
at the end of the day. And I outgrew, or after reached a level where now I couldn't go further in my career, and I was looking for greener pastures. I came here where we are. This is House of Monday restaurant. So I came here. The restaurant was open. I created everything from scratch: the system, the social media accounts, the Google profile business, and everything. And again, I outgrew this place. So this is just past COVID. And then I was getting some very enticing offers. Kilimanjaro Food Court in Isli wants you. Pronto Restaurant with their 5 branches in the CBD wants you. Other restaurants also want you. So there were a lot of offers here and there. And then it just clicked in my head that even if you're hired with the best paying employer, you're going to still get offers. Why don't you open an agency?
Okay.
Why don't you go to Huduma Center, register sole proprietorship or something, and then these people who want you, tell them, now, listen, I have an agency, I have some people under me, and we can work together. We have the labor, we can work together.
Yes.
And then, Alhamdulillah, House of Monday was my first client. I told them, listen, we've worked together so far, so good. And now I want to change this from being your employee to being your consultant.
Okay.
And the director was like, I feel bad that you're leaving because you've done a good job here, but I also wish you well because this is going to be a very big growth on your side. And they released me, and I became their consultant. And slowly we started getting in clients and getting even more restaurants, more hotels. So far, alhamdulillah, our portfolio has grown to almost 10 restaurants. Solid halal restaurants in Nairobi. We have a hotel in our portfolio. We have a co-working space in our portfolio. And we even have an airline.
Wow, that's so nice. Yes. You mentioning about you being a consultant, that means you have a team that works under you.
Yes.
Maybe so far, how many employees do you have?
7, alhamdulillah.
7, alhamdulillah.
We have 7. Among the 7, we have, I'm the CEO. We have HR finance. We have an in-house graphic designer. We have an IT guy, issues to do with websites, SEO, optimization. We're even taking interns right now.
Wow.
We're even taking interns.
That's awesome. And I think the viewers back at home, if you want to venture into digital marketing, now the doors are open at Muhammad Onyango's office.
You can drop your CVs and we start off, inshallah.
Imagine now you're asking people to drop the CV after COVID-19 taught you something.
Alhamdulillah.
Yes, and Muhammad Onyango as well has answered our question on him being active on social media. That's when the idea came up that I can make money out of the posts that I'm posting each and every day. It's all about thinking and moving a step forward. All of these things that you've mentioned, there must be a strategy for you to move forward. For you to have a good content on social media, for you to manage someone's business to become something awesome or to become successful, there must be a strategy. Maybe what are some of the digital marketing strategies that you've seen this thing can work at this point and at this point?
Very well. Before even we go to strategies, let me just take our audiences and you back. While at Al Yusra, there was need to professionalize things. There's a difference between somebody who has a very big following on social media and somebody who is a professional in that particular field. So by that time, when I was joining, I had a big following. Or tunaitanga watu influencers, you have a big following, and when you tweet about something, when you post about something, you can amplify to a bigger crowd. So then I realized there was need because there were friends I saw who had bigger following than me, and there was a time they were losing their accounts. You blunder here and there, and you lose your account. And you realize when you lose your account, building an account from scratch is the hectiest thing you can ever do. So I went and registered for a course, a digital marketing course. It was a professional course in digital marketing. Went further, did a course again in data analytics, so that I was now well set as a professional. So even if you lose all the followers today, you still remain Muhammad Onyango, the professional.
Okay.
You get the point?
Yes.
So that is just a bit of it in terms of professionalism. Then now you're talking about strategies and what works.
Yes.
Alhamdulillah, what we normally say in digital marketing is content is king. Content is king in this respect. For example, if you're running a halal restaurant, do you have visually appealing videos and photos of the food?
Okay.
You know, because we're starting from there. So if you have visually appealing photos and videos of the food, then what's next? The next thing is you can, first of all, on the side of the website, you can optimize your website so that when somebody has just jetted into the country and is looking for a nice halal restaurant in Kilimani, and the website has been optimized, it means your website is topping up all other websites, all other restaurant websites, and the client, there's a very high possibility they are going to choose you and not the other person.
Yes.
Then when it comes to content marketing, just make good content that is relatable to the audience. We have a lot of issues like the meta ads, where you basically, because of data analytics, you've been able to segment these people. You know the demographics. You know this page, for example, has 15,000 followers. In this page, we have more women than men. In this page, the people who are following us are below age 35, and they live in this particular area. So with that kind of information, then you are able to optimize your ad to be very specific
to your target audience.
To the target audience.
Okay.
Now, ukipiga ad kama ile, trust me, whether it is an iftar offer in the evening, whether it is an Eid offer, maybe Eid after, maybe in the next 12 days we don't have Eid, so you put an Eid offer, it's going to be very specific and it's going to hit the right spot. No.
Wow, that's nice. And for you to acquire this, you know, each and every time and each and every day, there is trends.
Yes.
Different things,
Yes.
different styles,
Yes.
and everything.
Yes.
How do you keep up with this?
Digital marketing is something that keeps on evolving every time. Today, the algorithm of Twitter or TikTok is changing. Today, there is something new. Today, there is AI. So how do I keep? How do I stay on top of things? Number one is, Alhamdulillah, I'm able to keep tabs on publications of the industry. You know, issues related with tech, issues related with digital marketing. We're able to get tabs on that, especially on platforms like LinkedIn. We're also, Alhamdulillah, able to socialize and fraternize with fellow digital marketers in seminars, forums, workshops. You're getting that? And then I'm also an active member, especially when it comes to online communities. Like on Twitter, we always have Twitter Spaces every Wednesday with other digital members, where we can always brainstorm on emerging trends, so that we just stay on top of things. It's an industry. Just like medicine, where you have to stay top of things because there's always new things coming.
You should always be updated.
And you cannot use the same strategies you used last year on a new client.
Okay.
So you have to be updated, you have to be reading a lot, you have to be checking what's new. Yeah, so that's how we stay updated. Workshops, publications, online communities that we belong to, WhatsApp groups, and of course checking with our peers as well.
Nice. I would like you to maybe elaborate and explain to my viewer, at least to understand. You know, there is a term you've used about algorithm and the data analytics. What are these things when it comes to online marketing?
Yes. Algorithm is basically how social media platforms operate.
Okay.
For example, the Instagram algorithm works well with Reels. For you to get better viewership, to get better engagements, you have to shoot some very nice videos, and they should be very conclusive videos. For example, if you're shooting a video for this place, we have to shoot how the barista is preparing the coffee, how the waiters are coming in and serving the coffee, how the clients are enjoying the coffee.
To tell a story.
To tell a story. And it has to be a very short video, maximum 1 minute. So it is going to be encompassing everything else, and then you shoot that. So if you don't know if you don't know that this short video that is going to tell a story is how it works with Instagram, and you maybe just randomly put a very long video or a very boring and a photo that is not looking nice, the algorithm won't pick well. So you basically need to know how things work. That is algorithm. So with data analytics is basically we are examining the data. Data basically means if we have a page, for example, we are actually looking at, okay, we have this number of followers. What is the gender, for example? What are their demographics? What are their preferences? When are they active? Yeah, so that when you post, you want your post ishike ama inase vizuri. For example, let me give you an example. If you are a social media manager of a restaurant and you want to make a very nice post that is going to be captivating, then your post has to be made between 8 to 10 in the morning.
It should be online.
You've already posted.
Okay.
If you post after 10, then what does it mean? It means you've actually posted past the hours of breakfast. Then another question comes in. How then, if we want to make a lunch post, what is the best time to make a lunch post? Probably somebody can say, maybe we make it at 12 or we make it at 1. No, that's wrong. That's wrong. Yeah. We have to make this post early enough for the person who wants to go have lunch to read this post and make a decision that they're going to come and have lunch. So if you make a lunch post saa saba, basi hapo umechemsha.
Naam, sawa. That was Muhammad Onyango trying to explain what algorithm are and data analytics are. But he has mentioned something special on what you have to expect from each and every social. When I'm coming from this short break, he's going to explain what Instagram needs you to feed so that at least you can get the numbers, what Twitter needs, what TikTok needs, what Facebook needs, and any other social platforms that you think it can help you in order for you to move forward with this business of online marketing or digital marketing. I'm taking a short break. When I get right back, we're going to have more discussion on this. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back. This is Show Me the Market and my name is Abdurrahman Gaddafi Yassin. Today our topic of discussion is online marketing or digital marketing. I'm having a sit-down discussion with Muhammad Onyango. It's time to give us some insight on how we can improve to this field or this world of digital era. Assalamu alaikum once again.
Wa alaikum salam.
Before we took our short break, we were discussing about the analytics and some of the strategies that you can monitor your app so that at least you can get the flow and know your target audience. Maybe you've mentioned something about Instagram and you've said on Instagram, Reels are doing so well compared to pictures, maybe. And also it depends with the type of Reel and also the timings. I would like you maybe to elaborate and explain more also on different platforms, like according to you, what you've learned and everything. Like if Instagram accepts this, what does Facebook requires for you to move forward?
Algorithms work basically differently when it comes to, it works differently depending on the platform. So I've told you, like I can count for you TikTok and Instagram. Right now, the algorithm changed for TikTok. They're now accepting a whole, they're even taking 90 minutes a whole video.
Okay.
So like basically you can shoot your life history and post it on TikTok.
Okay.
With Instagram, we are still limited to short reels, 90-second, 1 minute videos that are visually appealing and very good, and then with a lot of specific and relatable hashtags.
Okay.
You get the point? So if, for example, you're talking about, we have, for example, a holiday home, a holiday rental in Diani, or in Malindi or in Mombasa. So we do a very nice video, and then we include Tembea Kenya, visit Diani, visit Mombasa, Magical Kenya, nini. So with that kind of hashtag and that kind of video, then the users that are searching for destinations, for places to go to, and then of course hashtag rentals, hashtag Airbnbs, nini, they are able to narrow down and get your video. Or the video that you posted will be shown on their timeline. You get the point? So the eyeballs, we're going to have enough eyeballs on that particular video. With Twitter, it hasn't worked well with videos. It hasn't worked, though they are trying to change the algo so that it also favors videos. Twitter has always been a text-based platform where you can do some really nice threads, some shortened, some very long threads, and right now I see it really picking very well with photos. It's really picking well with photos, but again, you really need to understand your audience. This is the most important part in digital marketing, and especially when you're handling socials. You need to understand your audience. Let me give you an example. For some restaurants that we manage in our portfolio, they're serving more of Somali cuisine, arrosto, baris, mchele, na kuna ndizi, na kuna hii, na kuna hii. And then in that kind of with that kind of audience, when you post a picture of a senior with overflowing food, the engagement is crazy. Guys are like, huku ni wapi? How much is this? Do you deliver? All that kind of. Lakini ukipost sani moja na hiyo nyama na portion moja mtu moja, they're like, alafu kuulize the question, hii ni ngapi? For example, the platter was maybe the platter is 2,500. Na hii ya chakula mtu moja ni 900. Trust me, they'll tell you hii ya 900 expensive. Na ile ingine ni affordable. So you really need to understand the audience so that again, and then again understand the way it works with different platforms for you to sail through seamlessly.
Wow, that's nice. And for you to have this, you must have a plan, like a social media plan or strategy that you can follow for everything. For an organization that maybe wants to come up with a plan for digital marketing and for their social media as well to do so well, what can you advise on that? And what are the way forward that they can use maybe to achieve what they are selling or what their business entails?
We normally call that social media strategy or digital marketing strategy. When we talk about digital marketing strategy, digital is wide. Digital encompasses SEO, Google Analytics, social media marketing, content marketing, email marketing, a lot of things. But when you talk about social media marketing, it's so specific with the socials. So basically, if it's a social media, if they're looking for a digital marketing strategy, we need to first of all understand what is ailing them. It's just like a doctor. Mtu akija kwako, you don't give the prescription, you ask first of all, you do the lab test, ujue shida iko wapi. So with that kind of people, we need to understand shida iko wapi. Labda the service is not good, labda the ambience is not really looking well, labda the location is not ideal. So after we've known the problems, then we come up with the solutions. And at this juncture, there's also another problem that most businesses have. Most businesses don't have what we call a USP. USP is what we call a unique value proposition or a unique selling proposition. If we have two butcheries, why should a client leave butchery A and come to butchery B? What is so special about you? Is your nyama fresh? Is your meat fresh? Is a fresh cut? Is it, do you do deliveries? You just order, you pay, and then they come. So there must be something unique about you. Then now with us as digital marketers or digital strategists, we are now able, with a budget of course, when you have a budget, we are never able to sit down and see, hapa, maybe the reach is not very good. Yes. We need to include and use influencers for that particular niche. Common food, we can use food influencers. People with very big following on social media who are going to amplify that message so that we get better reach. Kama ni targeted advertisement, katika sponsored ads, katika Meta na Instagram na Facebook, we can also do that. We can also improve on the quality of the content that we're churning out. So basically, strategy is basically about what is ailing you and the solution that we have for it. And of course, when we have a budget. Yeah.
To have these program or to have these route that you can follow each and every time, you have to you've explained it much easier, but there must be a creativity. But you find that some people or the content creators themselves, now they find issues in terms of creativity and data-driven decisions. Maybe now, how can we balance the two?
It's always a very tough balance. It's always a very tough balance because this is what data is saying, and with your creativity, there's something else you want to do. Yeah. So, but I'm always of the opinion that we should make decisions that are data driven. Okay. If the data is telling us that this page has more women than men, then our post has to favor more women. Okay. Because they're the clients. I mean data doesn't lie. Okay. So the decisions have to be made in a way that favor the data. Yeah. As much as your creativity stops, you will never go wrong when the decision is made inspired by data.
One time I was speaking with the director of this show, so he mentioned something about the TikTok, the way you can search and know what your audience wants. So funny enough, I went to my TikTok and searched mine, and I find that most of the things that are there, it's about love thing. And he went ahead and tell me, thank you, Dr. Love. So yeah, so you have to feed people about the love and the relationship issues and everything. But that's nice, you well mentioned and well explained. Maybe what are some of the challenges that you face as a digital marketer?
There are several challenges that we face in the digital space. Number one being competition. Competition. I mean, it doesn't mean that my agency is the best in town. I have many agencies competing with me, and of course, eyeing the same businesses that I'm eyeing. So we talk about competition, talk about staying ahead of the algorithm, because algorithm change with time. So come on, we stick to the past, you can't really get the better views and everything. And subhanallah, sometimes constrained budgets. Let me give you an example. You sit with a client, and you from the data that we're having, you confident that with 100,000 a month, you are able to optimize and get good results. But the client is telling you, listen, I don't have that much. Me niko na 30k. So unashindwa, 30k ilete matokeo ya 100k. Yeah, so we have issues to do with to do with competition from various agencies and everything who are eyeing the same businesses. We have issues of just staying on top of the game by staying on top, by being ahead of the algorithm, because things do change. Whatever you knew last week, this week maybe it's not working out for you. Issues of constrained budget from clients. I think those are the main challenges we are having in the industry.
And I think, out of all of this discussion, there is a question that arises on my head. Social media manager and online marketing, are these two different things?
It's different, because when you say, let's go pole. When you talk about digital marketing, or as others call it, online marketing, it encompasses a lot of things. It's basically an umbrella of many things, because under digital marketing, kuna social media marketing. Under digital marketing, we have email marketing. Under digital marketing, we have influencer marketing. Under digital marketing, we have SMS, bulk SMS marketing. Under digital marketing, we have SEO, or search engine optimization, and other things. So digital is so big. Digital in what front? So when you talk about social media marketing, it is just one of the elements of digital marketing. Now, when you talk about a social media manager, now that is the person who is maintaining the page, or maintaining a client's page on the social. Inaweza kuwa labda client amesema, mimi my page kama a big salon or a barber shop, I just want to be on social, I just want to be on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook. Okay. Mimi as a politician, there are people who manage politicians' accounts. I want to be on LinkedIn, I want to be on TikTok, I want to be on Twitter.
So all that you have to do as a manager is just to manage the page.
It's not as easy as it thinks. And that reminds me,
yes,
there are some businesses that we've gotten in the past,
yes,
where a client feels and thinks that you are actually charging too much for a job that is so simple.
It just sounds like I just have to give you my credentials.
Yeah.
You just log in.
Yeah.
And you just have to respond to maybe to comments.
People think that when you're a social media manager, kazi yako ni kupost tu. You've been told that before. Yes, ni kupost tu.
Yes.
Where are you asking for 100,000?
Yes.
But subhanallah, number one, we are starting from the crafting the digital marketing strategy. Website yake iko chini. When you tap on the website, it's not loading fast. The landing page na kila kitu, the website is not loading fast. Unaangalia social media accounts zake ziko down sana. You get the point? So what does a social media manager do? Number one, a social media manager, crafts the social media strategy. How is he going to operate so that you as a client get the desired results? That's number one. A social media manager creates the content. You come and wewe ni social media manager for a restaurant, for example, you're going to come with a camera or with your nice smartphone and take very visually appealing photos. Number three, a social media curates the content. Curating it is, and I know you understand this better, is, kama tumeshachukua videos na photos, how do we filter them? How do we add this kind of song which is relatable to the audience?
sync well.
Yeah, that can sync well, you know, which sound bite ambayo imenoga for the last 1 week. You get the part. And now posting it on the socials, responding to those queries. Hii ni ngapi? Muko wapi? Do you do deliveries? Muko na iftar buffet? Responding to those queries. Building that online community. You know, umeipata kama kuna 20 followers, iko sasa 100 followers, iko 200 followers. DMs pale uninio, reporting now. After the end of the month, the clients want a report.
We have to sit down.
Media report.
Hey, what's happening?
Hey, what's happening? You know? So looking at that again, reports and everything. So that encompasses the whole thing of being a social media manager. It's not an easy job as clients think. There's another client of mine who said, "Hey, cousin Rais, I can do it for myself." After 1 week, he called me. Hey, cousin Ngomu. Let me just add one thing. Yes. A social media manager has no holiday. Okay, it is Eid. You have a family. You want to go to the Eid grounds to pray, come back, enjoy samosas and everything. But you are a social media manager, for example, of CJ's or House of Monday. Lazima wewe ndio utangulie utupostie, because when you see that post your House of Monday in the morning telling you to come enjoy breakfast, kuna mtu ako job. Wakati mtu saa 4 usiku anauliza menu, mtu ametoka imebidi angalie kwa laptop. So these guys don't even have a break. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Muhammad.
So you can't pay them peanuts.
Yes, that's the punchline. You cannot pay them peanuts. Thank you so much, Muhammad Onyango, for that input into this discussion today. And this is not the last one. We're going to have a part 2 of this to discuss more on digital marketing and how you can have your audience and also your clients to get more services using your digital platform. Till next time, my name is Abdurrahman Gaddafi Yassin, and this is Show Me the Market.